Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. So today I'm going to share with you the Tonic Studios memory book system. And I have a little bit of a prop one. I've kind of gone out the box with this one. So really they're used for memory keeping, journaling, lots of different things. I also thought you could use them as an autograph album. You know, when you go to a theme park like Disney, I think that would be a really cool way to use it. You could do a first birthday party, pregnancy journals, you know, the kids' journals, the first 9 months, those kinds of things. But today I'm sharing some of my out-of-the-box ideas, one of which I think you are absolutely going to love because it stretches your supplies in a totally different direction to what they're meant to. I'm also going to show you a mixed media idea that you can use in the same way. All right, so let's dive in. First of all, I want to show you the system, and then I'm going to show you some fun samples. So there are a couple of embellishment options. So this is one here. I used this actually on some cards last year. This is an older die set, but it works, and it is designed to work with the memory book system. So you have the film strips here. I'm going to get this one out and show you just how it all fits together. Let's open this up and slide these out. So you've got the film strip here, and then these pieces are the centers of the film strip. So you can film them with other colors, or you could do like a proper film strip and do it with acetate and color it. And then you have this photo sleeve. So you see this is going to fold up. This square here cuts out your photo, and then what you can do if you want to is embed these words. You can add like love is, or just have these on their own, or use these as stencils. Like there's lots of different ways to use the photos and film strips die set. So that's option number one. There's also a Memory Book Essentials stamp set here. You can see, again, adds lots of things. This is for a wedding. We've got like a Marry Me. You can add all sorts of fun tickets in here. The story of us on this day. A night to remember. So you can use it for so many different things. You could do a love journal. You could do an anniversary gift. You could do it for the new bride and groom and allow them to fill it with their own photos. You know, lots and lots of different things you can do on this one. There's also the baby options. You know, how I mentioned you can do baby books. So this one here has my first steps, my first smiles. I'm going to open this one up. I'm just going to trim the top off because it's easier. And I'll link everything in the description below. Plus, of course, our Tonic coupon codes will be down there. But you can see how this is going to go together. So you cut out this piece here, and then there's a My First, and there's tabs. So they actually just like clip together in your die cutting machine. And then, let's peel this off so you can see. So you have your tab piece. You cut this, and you put the My First on the top, like this. And there's little notches the marry it up together so you know exactly where it needs to go, and then you can insert in here whatever you want it to be. Words, steps, smile, you know, all those kinds of things. And then you have extra decorative edging you can add on, you know, all sorts of different fun add-ons. So it's just a cool way that you can add those on. And you could of course just not include the My First and just have a beautiful tab that's included in your book. So that's that one. There is also the decorative clips and tabs die set, and here you can see them all cut out nice and conveniently. You've got all these little clips you could make, and you could make these out of something slightly thicker, and then you could add embossing powder to them and make them like a faux clip. You could add gilding flakes to them, all sorts of fun things. You've got teddy bears, hearts, ducks, a double clip. You've got a hinge here. You see how you can decorate your hinges. So along here where you have a hinged edge, you can add those on, or just add them on for embellishments, or kind of make them look like a practical purpose as well. But this I think is also a really nice die set for planners, for cards, for other scrapbook pages. I think this is one of the most versatile sets. I really, really like this one. And then you have another one. This is the Remember When. So again, you can buy your basic book, which I'm going to show you in a minute, but then you can get an add-on for whatever occasion you want it to be. So this one has these different photo matting pieces, so they go together. It has banners on here. It has decorative corners that you can add to your pages. It has little tabs and funky edges. You see like this one here that has them added on. And then you have double dies for words. You've got time, last, autumn, when, remember, spring, winter, summer. Again, lots of different ways you can use those. And you don't just have to use them in the books. They're a nice size for us card makers as well. So again, something else you can do. So then you have your base dies. So the first thing you need when you're making a memory book is you're going to need the spine. So you need this piece here that creates the holder for all of your pages. And the die that makes that is this one here. I actually left mine in my die cutting machine upstairs because I pre-cut everything. You can see it looks just like this. It's exactly what it looks like, this light gray on here. And it creates all of these tabs. And you can add as many really as you want to your book. You'll see there's kind of a limit, but really in theory you can add as many as you want. You can keep adding them in, and this is what it's going to create. And it just literally creates this concertina piece that you're going to see. You see here how you fold it together, and you're going to see me use it in a couple of projects today. And I'm excited to share these projects with you. And then you choose what pages you want. So do you want curvy pages like this one? Do you want more decorative pages like this one? And this one comes with lots of different borders. You can see there's like a little eyelet border in here. There's these like, I don't know, like going in like sunray type borders. And they all nest together. If I open up a package, you're going to see, this one's open, how this works. So they come like this. So they're all nested together. There's ones that just cut details and ones that cut page edges and ones that cut layers, like matting layers for each page as well. So they all come like that. So this would be the shape and size of your book. You can choose any one of these sizes because you can cut the spine down to size. So you can have big pages or all small pages or a little bit of everything. And you can make sub books with your books. I mean, honestly, go online, go on Pinterest. There are so many ideas with this. You can also do rounded pages like this one, which is what I did on this sample here that I'm going to share with you in a minute. And there are decorative options. There's also some word dies in here. The Big Book of Me, and this one says, My Journey Begins. So they're double layered dies. So you have the inside and the outside, so you get a nice matting layer. This is the floral Memoria layering set. So you can see again, you get all of those beautiful floral layers in there. And then this is the more kind of traditional, but same thing. And this one makes slightly smaller pages, but you just need the one spine. You need one spine, and then you can add on as many as you want, which is something I really like. So this was one idea I had, is to make your own mixed media journal. So this is using the book, and you can see here I have 2 spines, I think, or maybe it was 3 that I put in, and so you can add to it as well. And then what I did was I cut my pages out of canvas, watercolor cardstock, denim, grey board, and then I just kind of like alternated between them. And I really love the new Dina Wakley mixed media journal. But for me, I'm never going to fill something that big, and I feel like it's very structured. Whereas this, I can kind of add to as I want. Plus, I could create the pages and then stick them in when I'm done. I could just make the spine and make it so that I can stick them in again and again. But I really like the idea of making my own mixed media journals. So that was one option I thought you could do. So a little bit out the box. Yes, you can do all the scrapbooking and the baby things, but also I just want you to think that you can use some of those other mixed media materials and create some really fun things with that. Now, the one thing I'm going to show you in a tutorial today is how to create this. So this is a Shadowbox card, like a Peekaboo look-through light box. I mean, lots of different things. You can put lights in the back and put vellum in between. And you can make this as well with the memory book system. And I'm going to show you how. It is super simple. Okay, so the things you would need to cut. You need to cut one memory book spine, and this is how it cuts it. And then you're just going to trim it in half. You can see, just trim that in half. And then we want to assemble it. So, but to assemble, you need to create, I'm just remembering the order I did it in. So we're just going to first of all concertina this piece. You see how I kind of fold it backwards and forwards. I'm going to do this on both. So that you have a spine like this, and you want the top one to have the folds on the left. So this is going to be my left side spine, and my folds are all on the left, and my top flap looks like this. So it's loose on this side, so it opens like a book. So you're going to need that. Then you're going to need white cardstock or whatever colors of cardstock you want. So this is my backing piece. This is really just, you know, my back. And you start by adding on some tape. Now, I really like red line or tear tape for this rather than a liquid adhesive because it bonds instantly and you don't really want any wiggle room. So I just go down here, give this a snip, press, Your craft pick is the best tool, but for some reason mine is not here, so I'm going to use a craft knife. Anything with like a nice point to it. And just take off that top layer. That's it. And glue down your spine. And so when I glue down my spine, I actually take my spine, I open out my bottom piece, and you're going to line it up with the fold. So the edge of my cardstock is on that first fold. You see how that folds over? And that's it. You're just going to do the same on the other side. So you would have one on either side. And then you can start adding in your Shadowbox pieces. So I have a piece of aqua, which is solid. And then I have a slightly lighter shade, which I've cut just a layered circle in the middle. I didn't have any tonic layering dies, so this is a Lawn Fawn one, but I cut that in the center. And then my next biggest one, I cut out of a lighter cardstock, again, cut my circle in the center. And then on my white, I've cut on the center too. And then again, to add it on is super simple. You literally just take some red line tape, put it along the edge, make sure it's trimmed to the edge of your piece. And I'm going to peel this off. And I like to then do the top next, just so I have like my bookends. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. Take my loose piece like this, and put it along. You can see how this is going together. I actually cut my circle a little bit close to the edge, but I could just take a craft knife and cut that off, or just take the die and re-die cut it as it is now, and it would cut that edging for you. So it'd be really easy. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to glue in each leaf. You see where these come together as a fold? You're just going to then tape in each one. So we'll then do this one on the next fold, and the next fold, and the next fold. And then if you look at the side of this, the other thing you're going to then want to do is I like to glue them on this side first, so I know exactly where I put them. And then you're going to put tape in this side and stick these together. So you're going to stick those together so that you create these individual pieces, just like you can see on here. You see how I've got 3 individuals? Exactly the same thing. And then you'll do the same on the opposite side. You see how I've got 1 spine on this side and 1 spine on this side. So when you look top down, you're going to see spine, color, spine, color, spine, color, front. But the great thing is, you see how much dimension this has when I stand it up? You see how you can look through it and you can see all that dimension. When you go to put this in the mail, because of the way it's made with this technique, is it folds flat into an A2 envelope. And these cardstock pieces I cut to 4 inches square, and then you can see how they, so when you have your layers all done, and then I just cut a little heart on the back just for decoration. But you could put anything. You could put like a little woodland scene in the back. You could put a tropical scene. So you see, when you look through, you see all those colors going together, but you have all of this depth and dimension. So fold your spine, and then add your colored pieces in and your top piece, and then glue them together so you have a nice solid side. You could leave it open concertina, but it's just going to look neater if you stick them together. And really, red line tape is the key. And then the great thing is it just folds down. So they are my ideas for using the memory book. So 3 really great ideas, I think. 3 completely different ways to use it. 1 is to use it the way it's intended as a memory keepsake. 2 is to make yourself a mixed media journal like this one. And, you know, you can expand this or make as many as you want, make for different themes, try out techniques. Just have it as a technique book. You know, when we do Inktoberfest and we do tags, you could do a memory book and have a different page every day. And then also you can take that spine and turn it into a 3D Shadowbox card. Super simple. So thanks for joining me. Check out the links below. Check out the coupon codes. Don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up, and hit that join button. And then I will see you again tomorrow. Another tip, trick tutorial, or maybe something a little bit different. I'll see you then. Bye.